some big shots, but overall, I thought our team really stuck together. When it got tough, don't hang your heads, don't start pointing the finger, stay together, and let's figure out a way to win the game. And I give our guys credit; they did that.
James hit like 5 floaters in the fourth, and I think he only had 1 the entire series. What did you guys see down the fourth quarter that you felt like maybe you guys could take advantage of?
Well, the one he kicked out to the corner right before he made those 5 in a row, he had the floater then. And so I'm yelling, like, shoot the floater. He's like, all right, I got you. And he's made 5 in a row. And it was wide open, And so when he's getting downhill and they're in that drop, the big has to make a decision. If they're switching and we attack, is that big going to step up or is he going to stay back? If not, James got to take that floater. And so in the fourth quarter, he did that.
And the big Paul 3 in the corner, was that something you drew up?
I drew up over the top. The layup was there, and then he fumbled it. And then, but it's just a tough shot making series. James, PG, Luka, Kyrie, Norm. So those guys can make tough shots, and we got down 1, and that's when he made that 3 to put us up 2. PG was a huge shot.
I asked about Paul in the first half. You mentioned it, but did you have any conversations with him, or did you have a sense of how he was going to come out?
No, I just knew that we had to use him in different ways, move him around, get him off pin downs, off different things, so he can play behind the defense so they couldn't load up on him. And they did a good job of that in the first half. And then second half, we went more towards James pick and rolls with the one-on-one because I think P got a little tired from just doing all that running around, and he had to guard, So just a total team effort, like I said.
How about him staying out of foul trouble? I guess you guys tried to keep him out of do your part to help that, but
yeah, for sure. Just trying to let T-Man and Amir set the tone early with Kyrie and Luka, and then PG just playing the roamer, on the backside, be able to rebound the basketball and things like that.
How do you coach a situation like I know if the roles were reversed and Dallas was hitting all those threes, I know you'd be saying, I would be too, they can't shoot like that all game. Obviously, the way you guys shot the ball in the first half, do you make any mental adjustments coming into the second half thinking, okay, what am I going to do here when we slow down shooting-wise?
No, I think you just got to make the right play. And if the shot's open, you got to take it. And so that's what we've been talking to Amir and T-Man, like, you guys are good shooters. So when you're open, you got to take those shots. And so, it all depends on how the teams are playing you. If they're packing, putting 4 and 5 guys in the paint, you got to take those shots. It all depends on how the teams are playing you. If they're packing, putting 4 and 5 guys in the paint, you got to take those shots. There's nothing else to do. And so, those shots were there. Like I said, made 18 again tonight. And when we shoot the ball like that, and if we're guarding, usually, we're a tough team to beat, And so, PG, Norm, James, just, getting into the paint, making the right play. And I thought in the second half when they made that run, we didn't make those plays like we did in the first half, like touching the paint, kicking it out, and now you're getting open shots. I thought we tried to force a little too much. And then, down the stretch in that fourth quarter, we got back to doing what we do.
Do you think because you as a coach doesn't get battle stays in the moment, that applies to the rest of your team and your guys?
I hope so. Yeah, I hope so. I think so. Just stay in the moment. I think teams are going to make runs. Like Dallas has a great crowd, great fan base, and they're going to be loud. And when they took the lead, I didn't want to see any hanging heads. I didn't want to see pointing the finger. Like, let's regroup and let's win the game. And so there's no need to panic. There's no need to be loud and boisterous at a timeout. Just come in, get your point across, and win the game. And so our guys, like I said, they refocused. We got it back, took an 11-point lead, I think, after that timeout. And then, from that point on, we just able to win the game.
I know you mentioned turnovers. We were talking about turnovers for the last couple of days going into this game. Like, you had 7 in that third quarter alone, none in the last 11 minutes of the game. What did you see from a shift perspective where they attacked you defensively in the third quarter, but you were able to clean that part of the game up to end it?
Yeah, that's what allowed them to get back in the game. Turning the ball over and them being able to get out in transition, really hurt us. And so, when we're getting shots on goal, like I said, we're a tough team to beat. And so we just got to know that when we get those leads, I thought we over-penetrated a few of those times, like got too deep, over-penetrated, turned the ball over. So once we touch that paint, the first guy shows his body, we got to get off of it and make a quick decision. And so that's what we did, early in that first half. And that's what we did, like I said, down the stretch of that fourth quarter.
So you look at the way this game was officiated, like it feels like they're letting a lot go, and then you look down, there's 48 fouls called. I think 11 guys with 3 fouls. Like, how did that game feel? That perspective.
I don't even know. I'm not thinking about that throughout the course of the game. I know Zoo got 2 early fouls, and I think James got 2 early fouls. I do remember that, but other than that, I don't know. It all runs together.
Do they play through the physical?